Whether you should combine red light therapy and infrared sauna is one of the most common questions I get asked. So can it be done? Is it beneficial to combine them both, or should we separate them for optimal benefit? Well, today I talked to Brian Richards and we cover this topic in great detail. Brian is the CEO and founder of Sauna Space. This company has created a revolutionary way to combine the benefits of red light therapy and sauna in one of the most natural methods possible. Brian and I discuss why his saunas are so popular with time-poor home users. We talk about how his handmade bulbs have been specifically designed to optimize the healing benefits of light. And then, of course, finally, his take on combining red light therapy and sauna. So let's get into it. All right, sweet. So I'm here with Brian from Sauna Space at the Health Optimization Summit. Now, I've known a bit about Sauna Space for really 5 or 6 years now.
Many years.
I've actually spoken to you a couple years ago. It was not a recorded call, I don't think. No, I don't think it went live. But I've always been impressed because not only do you know a lot about saunas and photobiomodulation, but you know a lot about combining the two of them. And that's one topic that I personally still can't get my head around. So we're going to dive into that a little bit. But first up, why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about yourself and how you ended up with this company?
Yeah, I'm Brian Richards. I'm the founder of Sauna Space. I started this 10 years ago for myself, basically. It was for selfish reasons. I wanted to look and feel better. And I had some issues back in the day. I had adrenal fatigue and mind racing. I had insomnia, where it just took a long time to go to bed, and I didn't sleep well. And I also was lethargic and kind of low energy and a little bit irascible, a little bit irritable. And also I had some acne on my back here by my kidneys, like toxicity, like right around my kidneys, right? So I got recommended to take Accutane at one point. It's a pretty toxic pharmacological remedy or pharmacological drug for acne. I didn't want to take that, and that was kind of a slap in the face. I was like,
yeah, man.
I want to address root cause here, not cover up symptoms. So I went online and I was looking for how to fix my body. And I kept coming up against sauna. The research, the ancestral wisdom of sauna, but also this modern research of sauna, purifying the body leads to extending your health span, reducing your risk of dementia, all these amazing things that are ancestrally known, plus empirically validated with a lot of modern research and long-term human studies. And so I was like, wow, this is great. And at the end of my research, I found Dr. Kellogg's electric light bath. So I found a modern doctor's rendition of it. Essentially, the use of incandescent light bulbs to heat the body to do a sauna. And I built my own, and I used it right before bed. And I slept well. And so then I used it the next night, right before bed. Again, I sleep well. I went to bed quickly, and my sleep was dramatically improved. And now we know that both cold therapy and hot therapy, essentially a severe temperature change in the body leads to parasympathetic relaxation and improved sleep quality. So boom, it fixed this. And I was like, oh my goodness, where is this sauna technology in the market? Even though it's the world's first electric sauna, it was invented in 1891 originally. It's not well known. Most saunas you see are using far infrared emitters or they're classic Finnish saunas. And so this idea that, wow, you can do your light therapy in the sauna all together, quicker and faster, it was so fascinating for me that inspired the formation of the company. That was 10 years ago.
Did you ever just go and try a traditional sauna or your fire infrared saunas?
I had before that. I'd used the sauna at the gym, which was a traditional electric coil Finnish sauna.
Right.
And my parents actually had a far infrared sauna, a very old one. So I was familiar with it. And I always remembered, particularly with the far infrared, my parents' sauna, was that it just took a long time to sweat. And usually you like to preheat it for a long time. So in contrast, this sauna, you don't preheat it. You get in, the full sauna we have is to my right here with our portable organic enclosure system. You get in, you turn the lights on, and in 10 minutes, you're sweating. In 20 minutes, you're done. And in contrast, that my parents' far infrared sauna, you heat it up a long time, and it takes an hour, to get that really strong sweat. So all the benefits are there, but they're just taking longer to achieve.
Got it. But then another key difference with your product compared with those far infrared saunas is also the fact that you're getting what you touched on. You're getting the light therapy. You're getting the therapeutic dose as well, right?
Yeah. So it's not just heat that heals the body from the sun. There's this idea of what you talk about, photobiomodulation. So we have mitochondria in every cell of the body. If we shine red or near-infrared light in a narrow band of light of 600 to 1,000 nanometers, we trigger just all this amazing healing in the body. And it's really not tissue-specific. It's brain cells, kidney cells. So under the sun, we're designed to get this every day. Oh. And it's something that we can get from any incandescent light source. So the sun is an incandescent light source. Incandescence is when a material gets hot in nature. It gets hot enough, it emits light naturally.
Yep.
So like the fireplace, the candle, the bonfire, the incandescent filament and the incandescent bulb, they're all producing light, what I would call nature's light, analog full spectrum light. This is the light we're designed to get. And particularly if you look at the sun, it's very interesting. Most people are seeing these bulbs and seeing the sun, they're seeing red. They're thinking, oh, red light.
Red light, yeah.
And you hear that most popularly, oh, red light therapy, it's all the rage. It is, but the real red light therapy of nature is near-infrared light therapy, which you don't see. But the majority of the sun's stimulation to our bodies is in the near-infrared spectrum that we don't see. So it's doing what red light does, but it's doing so deeper. It's penetrating deeper. The only wavelength that penetrates bone tissue, for example, is the infrared. So if we want to do photobiomodulation on our brains, which we do, nourish our brain cells, red light's not getting in there.
Yeah, and you see that with a lot of these Alzheimer's dementia products. They're using the near-infrared. Not only are they using the near-infrared that we traditionally see, like 850s, they're going bigger.
We're seeing it going all the way up to 1,000 now. Yeah,
and even above, which is quite interesting. So you've obviously done some testing around what these bulbs are emitting. What is going on when we're talking about 600s, 800s, 1000s, and then even beyond wavelengths? I mean, what is being produced there?
So this is like the sun, an incandescent light source. So it's emitting a broad spectrum emission that's really looks like a bell curve with a big tail in the infrared. This bulb is peaking at about 950, 900 nanometers. So there's a substantial amount in that photobiomodulation range of 600 to 1,000 nanometers. And then there's also a substantial amount beyond that. That's the more heating portion that's absorbed by water.
Yeah. Yeah.
And actually, I can show you. I have a meter here.
Same meter as I have, so shows he knows this stuff.
Yeah, this is a great meter. So it measures 380 to 1,050. So more or less the photobiomodulation range and the visible light range. So we're just going to turn it on and catch this real quick here.
What I'll do is I'll get a photo of that.
And then you can see close.
You
can see that's the spectrum. Yeah, so what you see here is this is the beginning of the curve. So the curve goes like this and like that. But you see that there's there's no blue light. And there's really not that much red either. Red is 600 to 700.
Around 630 or something.
Yeah, it's probably a few percentage red. The vast majority is right here is in this near-infrared portion that, on the one hand, the high-energy near-infrared is photobiomodulating, stimulating mitochondrial function. The lower half of near-infrared is just really deeply penetrating heat.
Got it.
Those wavelengths go... So when we compare that to, I just wanted to compare that to far infrared.
Yeah.
So most of these saunas out there are far infrared. The difference is they're both heating the body. The difference is tissue penetration. Far infrared wavelengths are absorbed by water 100% because water absorbs light. And our bodies are full of water. We're like 99% water, right? Volumetrically.
Yes.
So water begins to absorb light in near infrared at 980 nanometers, but not so well. So these near-infrared wavelengths are going in many inches into the body. By the time you get to mid and far-infrared wavelengths, you have 100% absorption of the wavelength by water. So those far-infrared saunas are really heating you conductively.
Yeah.
They're more of a surface heat. These near-infrared wavelengths, like the sun, are heating you from within, what's called radiant heat. So you feel the heat on the inside, kind of.
Yeah. So, and one thing I need to point out is that graph that we just saw on screen, that's only showing up to the 10, 50 nanometer near infrared light. So obviously, as we go further out, and I'll get some graphics to put on screen so you guys can see, as you're going out, you're still getting your mid and then a lot of the far, right? Because that's, as you said, that's the heat we're feeling.
The heat, but again, the deepest penetrated heat is in the beginning of that infrared spectrum, the 1,000 to 1,500 nanometers. If we use only far infrared to heat the body, it's very slow. But when we have, with our spectrum, probably, 20-30% is in that high energy infrared.
Yes, right.
That's what really heats you up fast.
Hey, if you're enjoying this video, hit the like button below. And also while you're down there, be sure to smash the subscribe button. I do have more interviews like this coming out very soon. All right, cool. So another question, and I know I'm going to get asked this. I've been asked it before. How are these different to heat lamps you have in a bathroom? I can go to a hardware store and buy them.
Yeah. So
because they are different, right?
They are different. So same concept, tungsten filament, but essentially the Thermalite bulb, my bulb, has a filament that's specially tuned to run at a higher Kelvin. So it's running at a higher temperature than a regular heat lamp. A regular heat lamp's probably 1,500 Kelvin. Mm-hmm. Ours is more like 2,400 Kelvin. So the hotter the incandescent light source, the more near infrared essentially, with the sun emitting even more near infrared. The sun being 5,500 Kelvin. But the sun gets so hot that it starts to get into the ultraviolet blue light range, which has some undesirable effects. That this doesn't have any ultraviolet or blue light.
You're getting all the good stuff without the potentially damaging. The damaging light.
That's what I like to say, yeah.
The other difference though is, like, we have heat lamps in our bathroom, but they put out more of a amber orange light. Obviously we're seeing red here as well. So is that by design, or is it just naturally as you've shifted the peak around, you've ended up with...
Yeah, you do get a little more red here visibly than you get from a heat lamp that's more very on the end of the red spectrum, where it's looking more orange and not even seeing it really.
Yeah.
But also, our bulbs are also hand-blown stained glass.
Right.
So most of the regular heat lamps you see at the store are painted. On the inside, they're painted or dyed with a color compound. This, we're putting the stain directly into the glass. Kind of the old school way of making light bulbs.
Yeah.
That's not done anymore for cost reasons. But for our therapeutic purpose, it totally makes sense to make the highest quality bulb you can.
Totally. No, that makes sense. It makes sense. All right. So then the next big question that I know it's been asked many times, and this is a question that I still struggle with, and it's why people ask me, I might say I don't really know. Combining photobiomodulation and heat therapy, sauna, what's the situation here? Because there are some people out there who say you shouldn't combine the two. You shouldn't have heat and photobiomodulation. There are some saying there's only particular wavelengths you need for photobiomodulation benefits. There are some saying you should do a sauna and only use the far infrared. Now, obviously, your product doesn't fit any of those categories, and you've kind of touched on it. But yeah, what's your answer to those people saying, should I separate the two?
If I can get equal benefit, let's say there's equal benefit from each. If I get X benefit here with light therapy and Y benefit with sauna, if I do them separately, I get Y plus X. I get the same benefit as SaunaSpace, doing light therapy and heat therapy together. My rebuttal to that is the synergy that comes from using the two together. So sauna is a detox process. It's stressful on the body, frankly. And photobiomodulation is adding energy to the cell directly. It's giving it more vasodilation and also literally more ATP production to help assist with the elimination of detoxification. So we're making the sauna therapy more gentle in a way and more accessible, particularly with people with underlying health conditions. If they have thermoregulatory problems like with autoimmune and other stuff, they just can't use a finished sauna. It's too intense. And the far infrared saunas, they're also taking too long to work. This, even though it's really efficient and really powerful heat, there's a nourishing, calming effect, neuropsychiatric effect of the light therapy that whilst in the sauna, is making the sauna therapy more enjoyable and more tolerable. Also, the air temperature in here is low. So like I said, people with autoimmune and other stuff, they can't handle the high heat sauna. But the point of sauna is to sweat. That's where you get the benefit. So with the SaunaSpace sauna, the air temperature is, 110 degrees Fahrenheit. It's very gentle. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but
About 40, 45.
But it's a very comfortable temperature. It's not too hot, which is what the benefit is for those people in all infrared saunas. It's a lower temp sauna, but you don't have the disadvantage of it taking forever to heat you.
If someone had, say, a sprained ankle, and they're fully aware of the benefits of photobiomodulation, for recovery and whatnot, they'd still get the same benefits from using your product, would they not?
Yeah, especially
the same light.
Yeah, and you talk about it. It's all about the power level is a function of the power source and the distance. So the dosage, I should say. So yeah, we want that exposed part to just be kind of close to that. So in the Sauna Space sauna, you're only sitting about 2 feet away from this panel. But we also have our photon therapy light. I should bring this in. This little guy. Same technology, just one thermal light bulb on a shielded fixture that's safe to use. And this is being used classically for that spot therapy
treating.
For any relief of any local symptom.
Yeah, very.
But it also has some other cool uses too. This will cancel out measurable blue light and measurable flickering light from overhead LED lighting. So people are using this now as to cancel out technology fatigue and screen fatigue, and for healthy lighting both in the day and after dark, where the whole world has gone to LED for energy efficiency, but it has some serious health problems because it's way too much blue light. So where we can't replace our indoor LED lighting, we can modify and modulate the quality of the light environment, make it more human-oriented, make it more natural, and it feels better. So people also use this as like a little firelight companion.
Nice. Yeah. And what was this product called?
This is called the Photon Infrared Therapy Light.
And this is your smallest unit. Let's run through all your products. So that's your smallest unit. You've got this panel here. So this is how...
Yeah, this is the tungsten sauna panel. It comes in a 3-bulb and a 4-bulb version.
Yeah.
And this is the core of the sauna. This is the sauna heater. So you can get this on its own. You can upgrade your existing sauna to an incandescent photobiomodulation sauna. Or if you have a custom space you want to built in.
Yeah, cool.
And then if you want a turnkey solution, that's my product to the right. That's
I'll
basically
footage of it.
Yeah, it's a custom, organic, portable enclosure. It has a grounding mat built in of bamboo, so you get grounding therapy, and you have a sleek, easy to set up, plug-and-play sauna that works in your apartment anywhere.
And I will add, it looks really nice. I was quite impressed. It's not just a sheet over some lights, is it? Like it's nicely done.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, Alex. A lot of the technology is here, so powerful, they're so effective. I think though, in this world, in the biohacking world, there's so much focus on function, on doing something because it's therapeutically beneficial. But we're humans. We want beauty. We want things to be beautiful around us. We want to surround ourselves with it. So we want this experience to be beautiful aesthetically. So in here, there's no track lighting and speakers and stuff. It's all designed to be like ancestral and clean and give you a break from all this overstimulation. Whether, the organic cloth and the bamboo and the vibes, it's all designed to bring you back to that experience we've lost in nature.
I like about it. I like it. I like what you've done. I like the product. But more importantly, I like that not only your stuff, but this is you. This is your life, right? Like you live and breathe this stuff. It's not you're not just reading off a marketing script and all about the sales. So good on you.
Yeah, this is all handmade in my factory in Missouri. So it's all handmade in the USA. Beautifully made. All comes with a long warranty and it's basically built for life.
Right. Well done. So where can people find more about you and the company, and if they want to place an order, where do they go?
Yeah, you can order on Sauna.space, and a lot of information in our Learn Center. You can see the spectrum there. Want to understand about the sun spectrum and the light bulb spectrum. But also on YouTube and Instagram, we're SaunaSpace, at SaunaSpace. You can see a lot of content that I've done and testing with meters, and you can see how the sauna's set up and all that stuff. So at SaunaSpace on social, and then Sauna.space is our website.
So easy. And I'll put all those links below. Ryan, thank you very much.
Thank you, Alex.
Awesome chat.
All right, that is a wrap. Now, if you have any questions about this topic, please leave them below. I'll put all the links to SaunaSpace and other things we mentioned in the link section below so you can check that out. Otherwise, be sure to check out this video. It is my interview with Forrest Smith, the co-founder of Kineon. We take another deep dive into the world of photobiomodulation, joint health, and how this technology can totally change one's life. Check it out here.